Children's laughter is supposed to be comforting, innocent, pure, but in my hometown, people learned to fear the sound of it after dark. It started in the late 1990s. Kids began disappearing, first one, then another, then three at once. They all vanished from the same place, the old playground on Birchwood Street. Parents begged the city to tear it down, but somehow it always remained. And the rumors grew darker. They said someone lived underneath it. When I was 10, my best friend Danny dared me to sneak into the playground after midnight. We thought the stories were just that, stories. But when we got there, the air was wrong. The swings moved on their own, slow and steady, though the night was perfectly still. The metal slide groaned, as if something heavy had just gone down it. Even the sandbox seemed disturbed, as if something had been crawling under the surface. Then we saw the hatch. Half buried in sand beneath the jungle gym was a square of rusted metal, like the entrance to a cellar. It hadn't been there before. Danny grabbed the handle before I could stop him. It creaked open, releasing a breath of air so foul I gagged. Something had been waiting in the dark below. We heard a voice, a man's voice, low and cheerful, like a teacher coaxing shy students. "Come down. I've got games to show you," Danny laughed nervously. "It's just some creep messing with us." But his face drained when the voice said his name. "Danny, I've been waiting for you." We ran. We never told anyone, not even our parents. A week later, Danny was gone. His bike was found leaning against the playground fence. The hatch was gone too, as if it had never existed. After that, no kid in town would go near Birchwood Street. Still, children kept disappearing. Always the young ones, the ones who still believed in monsters but were curious enough to wander. Parents locked their doors, walked their kids to school, but somehow, some way, the playground kept calling them back. Years passed. I convinced myself it was coincidence. Maybe Danny ran away. Maybe someone else took him. But deep down, I knew what I'd heard. And then last year, the playground was finally demolished. And that's when they found the tunnels. Beneath the sand and rusted equipment was a maze of narrow corridors, dug by hand. They stretched for hundreds of feet, reinforced with rotting wood and broken toys wedged into the dirt as decoration. In the darkness, police discovered children's shoes, hair ribbons, drawings scrawled on the walls in crayon, and bones. Dozens of bones. Some fresh, some decades old. But they never found the man who made the tunnels. The town tried to move on, bury the horror, call it a tragedy without answers. But I couldn't, because last week, as I walked home after midnight, I heard something behind me, the sound of children laughing, soft, echoing, playful. I turned, and in the empty lot where the playground once stood, I saw the ground ripple, as if something underneath was shifting. And then I heard him again, that same voice, cheerful, patient, closer than ever. "You ran once, but children always come back to play." I told myself I was imagining it. That trauma makes you hear things. But the next night, the knocking started. Faint thuds under my floorboards, exactly at 3:03 a.m., as if someone was trying to lift a hatch from below. I tore up the carpet in panic but found nothing but solid wood. Still, the knocking continued. 2 days later, I received a letter with no return address. Inside was a child's drawing on yellowed paper. Stick figures holding hands, standing on a playground. But beneath them, drawn in black crayon, was a dark figure with long arms stretching up from under the ground. On the bottom was written, "Let's play again." Now, when I walk past schools or parks, the laughter of children doesn't sound innocent anymore. It sounds like bait. Like the voice beneath the playground is still out there, waiting for new playmates. And sometimes in crowded places, I swear I see him, tall, pale, smiling faintly as he watches the kids from a distance. No one else seems to notice him. The police think the Birchwood playground case is over, that the killer is gone. But I know the truth. You don't dig tunnels like that just to stop. You don't collect toys, drawings, bones, just to disappear. He's still out there, maybe under another playground, maybe under mine. And I think he's found a way into my house. Last night I woke to the sound of my closet door opening, and from the darkness, in that same patient, cheerful tone, I heard a whisper I'll never forget.